Inferno, kind of, but like ultimately not, you know? Like, here we go. It's the second map in this series, Vitality. Trying to 2-0 Complexity, and Complexity doing everything in their power to put a stop to it.
Hard B execute. Vitality are walking a ramp right now. It's just Shocks here. They don't even have a kit, so if the solo B is a danger. What? Jump shot. I don't even know how that hits, but JKS finding the necessary opener that surely should win Cole the round. Unless Vitality get quick picks back into the site, it should be Cole's pushing in. Config, he's had enough. He looked damn good on that first map, and he wants to continue it. Goosh onto Masuta, trying to finish the job, and that will come through swimmingly. RPK on a flank, and they were only ready for one. They dealt with him, and now they trade RPK. Cole take the pistol right away. They've won 3 out of 3 in this map and series, but in both pistol anti-ecos, they got forced upon by Vitality, so expect to see that here.
Flame F happy with that result, and rightfully so after dropping that first map. And I'm telling you, Config, that guy's wild. 2 AKs in the round for Cole.
Ah, Complexity waited for the nade stack. You would have loved to have seen it come through, but it won't. It's Complexity have got the read. Now they're out in middle. And without ever even worrying about all that investment coming their way from Vitality. Oh, that might be a nice little nade onto Config, and it is. All right, Config's down low. That's one of these AKs already looking a little more fragile, and up against this scout, you know, Deagle investment, he's now a one-hit kill. So everyone wants a piece of Config here. Real slow from Complexity. Apex playing timing up here on Ticket, and it's always scary, but there he is hitting a good timing on the first. Poison brought down low as well, and is that trend of Complexity losing these anti-ecos looking to hold true? Because it's down to, just Rush, man. That is a slaughter. It's not just the force by victory from Vitality, it's flawless as well. They get out of it with both the AKs, and it's more of the same. These pistols, these force buys from the Frenchman are so damn good. And Complexity, every time, it feels like this caution kind of comes back to punish them, right? They're silent sneaking up through con. Apex makes contact. That's when the player at ramp tries to swing. And man, everything just goes from bad to worse in the blink of an eye.
Nivera's sitting behind Zaiwu like, come on guys, lose this map. I want to play in this series. I want to play Dust too. But Vitality, they got other plans. They want to take it in a quick 2-0 with their third force by victory. Cole won 3 flat ecos in the first map. Vitality have now won 3 second round buys. And Cole, and this is what we talk about, right? We say like, oh, it's better than winning the pistol, because it actually is. The money that Cole have in this round is so whack. 1,400. And Vitality have decent buys. They have the AKs retrieved from Complexity's pistol win. 2 of them, M4 as well. Their buy is so much better, it's not even comparable. Cole with double flashes and just Eags and P250s. Config. Looking for a pick, he's been jump spot. Ooh, Zaiwu giving it another go. It's a danger. He's just playing with his food and finally swinging on another shot from Config. Zaiwu, the middle finger is out, and he's taken the first.
Complexity now just hoping that they're given something by Vitality. Vitality are responding to this kind of slow creep with a slow play of their own, and RPK decides, I'm sick and I'm tired of waiting around. So he collects these kills, and it's all left on to JKS up in the apartments, alone, armed with the Deagle and armor. And a 1v5 that would have to be the stuff of legends for JKS. There's just too many players peeking him there on the swing, and Vitality are in with a second. Now a full eco looming for Complexity. And I'm hoping we just see something like, you know, like a fast B playing around like this where you are just eco. Why not? It's keep it simple. You're probably not going to win it anyway. And quite frankly, the only round we've seen them have so far is a fast B execute. Or fast, just anything fast. That's really what I'm asking for here. I don't care if it's A or B. But these slow creeps from Cole have given so much time to Vitality to get set up, to choose when and where to fight. And so in this round, they will just try and flood into this A site. RPK, there's the lineup, there's the mode out. He gets it all under control.
Calculated. That's 3 fast ones for Vitality. Complexity with a pistol and then a heartbreak.
Although we got that buy back in. And so now let's see what Complexity are going to do. When they've got everything they need, they've got good utility, they've got the firepower advantage leaning their way, because this is an attempt at a bonus round from Vitality. You know, you'd think that winning the force buy in the second, going on to get 2 more would be enough, but they want even more than that, so they're coming in with the force here. Mid control taken again for Complexity. They've loved getting this control, but we still really have yet to get a good sense of what it is they're looking to do with it once they've got it. And I think mostly that they're kind of hoping for a few more engagements to come through from Vitality through like the channels that Complexity are created. They've been smoking off Cat, they've been early smoking Window, and then I think, you know, that they're waiting here, hoping that they get given an unfavorable engagement from Vitality where they can take the advantage. That doesn't come their way, so they try and go fast through top connector into the site, but RPK with the mow down and the crossfire with ZywOo. Damn, that's a fast, clean round for Vitality again.
The worst part about that is the first player out, it's Config, and he's hunting ZywOo. He's chasing the sandwich player, but RPK swings at the perfect time, right before ZywOo is in Config's crosshair and doubles up. Then ZywOo comes out wide, finishes JKS looking at triple, and yeah, that's the like epitome of a crossfire right there working out for Vitality. They're getting hyped. And they're getting rounds, most importantly, 4-1, slaughtering Complexity right now. Another eco coming through, Poison saving for the AWP. Blame running with a MAC-10 right to connector. It's going to get peeked out by Apex. Had enough of this one with an AWP kill, doubling up. Boy, oh boy, blink and you miss it. It's already out of the window for Cole. Eco wins may be prevalent, but not in this one. Apex is on for an ace of his own, perhaps, if RPK allows it, rather jumping from CT. Apex swings with a 4th, and ZywOo going to steal it away right at the bitter end. It's 5-1 with 5 alive. Cole coming back in with a buy. Poison on the AWP, though. Definitely something to keep your eyes on. This is it. He's got to show us something.
Yeah, this is his time to shine. He needs it. Complexity need it. Blink of an eye, a whole half a play could just slip away. Avera looking onward. We're not entirely sure, but if this were to go to a 3rd map, do you guys think that there would be a sub?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we've seen the Vera play in Dust of Vitality. It seems like one of the maps they're trying to get him accustomed to, that and Inferno. So I would imagine it comes in.
He's sick as well.
And right now, I mean, Navera's like the biggest Complexity fan out there. He's wanting to have his time in the server.
Ooh.
There it is, the B attempt from Rush, leading the charge. He's good on the flash, and they even deal with Masuta. It's back to B, and there's the success for Cole, right? We asked for it a few rounds ago, and we finally get it delivered. And for Vitality, no choice but to save.
Yeah, that's actually a really good little check there for Config as well, right? Shox is jumping to bait them in, to make them think that that's the B-side player, and there's no one in the apps on the close corner. Config doesn't fall for it. The flash is perfect. Shox full blinded, overwhelmed by Rush, and then Config clears the right corner where Masuta definitely could have doubled down. Not today, though. And that hard B hit for Cole nets them a flawless round. No AWP needed.
It's a cool idea for a setup. Quite the diaper there.
And that's the thing. I'm liking these B takes from Cole. Now, you can't rush B for 15 rounds on a T side.
Good try.
Partly because you just don't have enough rounds left to do that. But I do like, you know, I wish that even when we saw them attempt this mid control, we had a few more resolutions over towards that B site. But once again, they're leaning heavy to A. On the back of the success that they've just found, they lose Blame F in middle early. RPK flashed into ramp, both players blind. And man, stay away from RPK. He's on a tear right now, 3 in the round. And supportive flashes ringing in from all-mate Apex back in the site. Vitality onto 6, and Cole, it's like they've got Stockholm Syndrome, man. Like, they love A, and A does not love them back. They keep going to it, and it's to the same result every single time. That A-bomb site belongs to RPK, and nothing Complexity have done so far is going to change my mind about it.
This is a fresh Vitality right now. These guys are looking so good. Maybe a team that could take the whole tournament right away here. Still looking at 2-0 Cole. Fast out mid config. Finding an opener. A necessity. Poison follows up. There it is. The AWP getting into the fray. Looking for more. Vitality. Do they want to gamble and just put their players all on one site? They've got 2 on B right now, hoping for the best. Bomb is leaving middle. Config in a great position to just leave him there for the late round. And this will be the B play. This will be the read by Vitality. 2 still here. ZywOo on the AWP as well, watching short from the bench. No one's coming up short ways. How will Config activate? And look at this lean for RPK as well. They're pushing 3 towards B. Vitality, they're in your heads. They know exactly what's going on, and they're about to get rewarded.
Oh, 1 for Masuta. That slowed him down a bit. He's repositioned. No one's even looking at the truck. Masuta, oh, getting away with it all. Blame F up in the apartment. Suddenly the last man left. But look at Config. Look at this wrap all the way through market. RPK seems aware. Oh, but Config still in with the kill. Blame F is lost to ZywOo. And it's all onto Config, but denied by the AWP back in the site. Vitality moving on to 7. And Masuta, like he had seen 2 people since the pistol round. And, you know, in one of them, he was running an MP9 anyway. Finally, he gets some open-ended engagements into that B site, and he holds his own great. Puts up 3, stops the B rush from coming in, right? That wrap from Config would have been so much more impactful if those players in the site are worrying about even 1 extra man in the apartments. But instead, Masuta gets it all under control, and the money's just wild right now for Vitality. If you're Complexity, you've got to grind your way back into this game. Every round, you are going to be up against rifles. You're going to be up against utility. You're going to have to worry about that double AWP. And that's before you even take into account their own money. This round, they get into the A site. They've actually managed, with these smokes, to force Vitality out of position. So finally, there's an A plant to come in and a 5v5 retake looking to come through from the Frenchman.
They need kills, though. This is a desperate plant, right? They just took it because they got it. It's default. No one's playing for it. Collar flashing aggro. They're trying to take frags, and they might find them in the middle. Blame getting 1. A gun dropped. Apex smoking off connector, and JKS pushed by the Molotov. Shox is holding. JKS, oh, it's not spreading. He's not burning. He's still here. RPK's not ready, and Shox moves out, getting caught by the D. JKS backs up as the flames disappear, and the nade won't kill him. He's in with another. ZywOo chasing him down, and JKS with everything in this round. Oh boy, that could have been a catastrophe with everyone spreading into middle for Cole. But JKS holds his own at the back of the site.
Man, we had such a good start to Vertigo from JKS. You want this for him in a way, right? Like, you want him to leave 100 Thieves, come over here to Cole and find success. Because it's very, very rare that you have like these Aussie imports put in positions where they're destined to be stars, and that's JKS right now. If we can have him reliving some of the glory moments, then that might make all the difference for Complexity. Poison down through mid with the AWP. Someone else who's been a little bit quiet here once again, and that was a real worry for us and for Complexity.
Oh dear.
ZywOo hits these. Ooh.
Only if you give them to him. Config's leaving. But that will at least keep ZywOo there. Just the glimmer, the glimpse of an opponent. He's going to be anchoring B for some time until Cole start to show their face on A.
Are they going to try and feed RPK again?
Yeah, I mean, the flashbang, excuse me, the pop flash worked out so well for RPK.
Shox is doing it. Shox is throwing it in. Here it is. There's the flash. RPK. Oh, no, not again. RPK with the double. It's just the same thing every round, but Config has decided that enough is enough, and Rush out through Palace has left Complexity in the advantage. With RPK gone, he has been the bane of their existence at this A-bomb site. Now they finally got a little bit of room to maneuver, and a man advantage as well. It's ZywOo and Masuta. Make that just ZywOo. Left in a 1v3, back at CT, looking for the man at stairs. That one's for free. Bomb now down, so it's ZywOo on the clock, and Config going up on top of the boxes is one step ahead. 3 in the round for Config, and Heroes now starting to emerge on the Complexity side to give them 4.
Yeah,
massive.
And I'm sure Complexity sees that pop flash very brightly, of course. And they just have nightmares. They have flashbacks. They think surely he's not going to do it through the smoke, and he does. But it's Rush and Config that bring this one back. Config fighting onward from the apartments.
Oh, double orb. It's out and about now for Vitality. ZywOo's made the cat jump, and they don't even know. They are spamming him, though. Bit of awareness, surely. Poison with an opener, a necessary opener. Finding Apex in the window through that smoke. ZywOo's still out and about in middle. He's still very wide. Config could catch him with a top con smoke. ZywOo's going to back out. Good timing. He was so low anyway. The molly would have surely spelt his end. Now Cole hold on to a man advantage, flashing into the ladder room. Bomb still back at middle, defaulting in this round. Mid is theirs, and Vitality have to respect that for now. They're going to gamble again, leaning out of this B bomb site. It might be the right call. Shox has been tagged, both these orbs low, but still can be unleashed. Up in Palace is JKS, watching B is Rush, but he can come in under and join on this mid take to the connector. That seems like the play for Cole. Conflict in window. It's being watched by Masuta from afar. He's been great on these late activations. He doesn't have to go now. He can wait for his team to set up in connector, go for one of these A attacks, and then join them later. Poison's hesitating. It could be down on ramp. Think about how many rounds RPK has won in that position, and back again are Vitality in the ramp side. Shox and RPK set up. The bomb is here alone. If it gets dropped at 30 seconds, that's GG. That's the round, but Shox has his knife out. He thinks it's a B play, and he gets punished for it.
RPK is always good for a kill. ZywOo's dropped the bomb again at ramp, and Config now pressures on. Time is the ultimate enemy, and RPK in with the first. It's left to Rush, but he's got a mad dash to get this. Oh my goodness! So much damage, but ZywOo there to finish off the job that Masuta started. Vitality onto 8. Oh, I was almost believing in Rush there. That 180 looked wild.
So much damage dealt down range. You've got to applaud the effort. Just comes up a little shy.
That's a 3-on-5 as well, right? Apex dying in window, Shox dying with his knife out on ramp to the bomb. Like, if he wins that fight there, that round's already over before it begins. But the fact is, Vitality go down 3-on-5, and again, these A-site anchors, the AWP on ZywOo, just dominate. There is no stopping this CT side. Cole, broken by now, 2 pistols in their hands. Poison does have the orb. And they're going to crunch B. It's looking like a good call. This has been great to them in the past. There's only one player in the site. Shox from a range, not hitting that shot. It's Masuta alone, and Shox can't follow up. The nade could be good. Rush with the entry, and the B site has fallen.
There it is. Shox having a look onward. Poison now with an AWP. 2 to his name. Looks for more. Blocked out of the site. Vitality elect to save. Well.
Yeah.
5 for Complexity.
And just look at how willing they were to peek into the AWP of Poison. Like, he's been pretty much a non-factor thus far for Complexity, and I think that speaks volumes. Vitality just constantly giving him those fights, thinking they can beat him in the head-to-head. Well, finally, we see Poison showing up a little bit, right? Delivering us 2 to really send that round home for Complexity. And so now on to 5. And, you know, if we get a bit more out of Poison, if we get Rush stepping up as well, I don't know, man. I still think this half is recoverable yet, right? With a similar kind of theme to that of Vertigo. Just moments ago where we saw that first half end on a bit of like a back and forth spree. Ended up being very, very close.
See Apex getting a bit frustrated as well. Even after they won the map, he ripped his headset off straight away back on Vertigo. A win is a win, but it comes at a cost. Vitality know that this half is still up for grabs for Cole, and they don't want to give it up here at the final hurdle. Shock's a bit quieter in this map. RPK storming the board. No one up to 10 on Cole's side. This is the money drawn into question by Vitality, right? Losing those players to poison on the AWP. Now left to a pistol on Mizuta. They still have ZywOo armed and dangerous. Again, early smokes in mid. Cole set poison up with the AWP over on the ramp. It's very passive on A for Vitality for a change. They're going to move Shox into the site. He's not got the range on that MP9. He's playing under the Palace. RBK on an off angle, tempting them out ramp. Poison with the pick. ZywOo is out. Shox is going to get aggressive in front of the Molotov, but JKS hits the immediate dink. And RPK does net one at the back of A. The bomb has been dropped. Cole have to commit. There's no question about it.
Oh, RPK is so keen to fight. Surely no one's ready for this. Poison. Oh, close. Spam down low by RPK. Look at him. He's so wanting to take these engagements. Out through connector, there is BlameF. That's something that no one knows about yet for Vitality. So BlameF could... Oh, RPK's seen him. Does a bit of damage, but that's when the swing comes in. And Blame and JKS get the round locked in between them. RPK's on a tear. Like, look at him. He's like foaming at the mouth, trying to fight everything right now. Yeah. All right, buddy. 19-7. Somebody check in on RPK. He's having an absolutely unreal performance right here. Poor old Misuta's like barely seen anyone.
Yeah. Life of a B player.
Well, maybe B is where this one ends up. Bomb starts making its way all the way towards A as it stands in the last round of this first half.
Yeah, B has been great for Cole as well, so certainly shows why Mizuta's struggling. He got that one round with a big 2K in another disadvantage round for Vitality, but other than that, nothing. It's not really been a worry, though. Vitality have won the half at a bare minimum. Now they're just looking for another one of these force buys that they often can sneak over the line, but against the well-armed Cole, contact out A. Apex with nades in hand, caught out by the Palace push. RPK building his CZ75, but not in time as Cole run through that A site. Stuck in connector is ZywOo, but he's going to walk this smoke, and Blame is patiently waiting for this play. Almost a double for Config. ZywOo's dead in the water, and Mizuta, well, he's here, but he's in a 1-on-4 for the end of the half. It's not going to happen. It's Cole again, level-headed, level-pegging 7 at the end of their T side. Can they build? Can they find their map pick? Or will it be Vitality to the grand final? Stick around and find out.
Isn't over yet. You lost one fight, but it's not the end. So get back up and fight again. Take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. a whisper down fills your head, but you have to fight again. So take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brother.
Well, we go into the second half of play, and it's 8-7 currently. We are ready to jump things back off on Mirage. And so far, so good for Vitality. Having picked up the first map, they want to end it all right here. They want to find their way into that grand final to face off against Navi, and that'll be going on tomorrow, in addition to the North American Grand Finals. After this game, we're going to have Chaos taking on Evil Geniuses, the North American side of things. So make sure you stick around for that. But Vitality, 8-7. Not necessarily in the driver's seat, but leading by 1.
Yeah, you know, considering that was 7-2 in favor of Vitality at one point, this is a good first half for Cole. Like, that is a nice recovery to have. But they need to keep it up. And JKS with the opener. This pistol already exploding onto your screens. Blame F behind triple, helped out by Poison. Oh, and Blame with the 2 taps gets them both. It's left to Shox in the 1v3.
It makes the jump, but did they hear it? No one's looking at window other than Blame for the Palace. Poison tucked, can't get caught for now. Now he's looking at the right place. Now Shox is trapped in, although he doesn't know it. Not really many options to go. On a timing, he could make the CT, so JKS needs to consider that back flank.
Yeah, this is a really rough spot to be in. There's so many eyes looking at him. They're so aware that this is likely where he's heading. And so Shox, it's going to require... Oh no!
Oh,
Poison
dear.
checks close left. Now they've been holding... Like, Blame F has been watching. Admittedly checking connector on timings, but my goodness. All right, 1-on-2 from a 1v3.
Yeah, and the bomb down in one of the most inopportune positions. Shox is going to have to land some bangers right here. 40 seconds.
Oh, he's anticipating that JKS is going to go top ticket again, and that's not the case. JKS just jiggling. And the longer that Shox waits for these fights, the less time he has left. Blame F still hidden, still waiting. Oh, retrieve. Oh,
dear.
Shox now down in the 1v1.
He's leaving.
He's trying to feign it out. He's trying to fake Blame into a peek, and Blame is going to give it to him. Oh, no. Oh, Shox with a hell of a round. Vitality onto 9. And Shoxy plays them like a fiddle. My goodness, it's 9 for the Frenchman.
He baited the death cam. JKS makes the call. I saw him running back. I saw him running mid. Shox, if anything, had time. He could have jumped up catwalk and made it to B, but he chooses not to. He knows Blame's in the sight. He knows that might bait him out. And the patience pays off for Shox.
Man, that is poetry. Look how happy they are. Like, that's unreal. I'm lost for words. 9 for Vitality, and now like this lead well and truly solidified. First pistol that they've been able to pick up as well. They've not won these yet. They've always just been winning the 4 spies in the second.
Yeah, now they don't have to. With that in the pocket, is there anything that can stop Vitality? Oh my. That's one for the ages. 4 on the pistol, and Vitality looking for those grand finals, tasting them on the tip of their tongue, tangible at best. Let's see if Cole's forces can be anything like the Frenchman's. Right out into the A site contact as well. This is a very dangerous play, but there's luckily no one even considering it. There's the peak. JKS about time finds RPK. Revenge on the ramp side. He's still stuck. He's still trapped with no real support. Poison can't find a pick, but he peeks through with a wallbang. Maybe the forces are cursed today after all. Cole coming back in with one of their own, perhaps.
Now would be the time, right? If you were going to finally come in with a 4 spy victory of your own, you'd want it to be here. But ZywOo, he wants anything but. Shox beats him to it. Config does get rid of Masuta, so it's still the advantage for Cole. And ZywOo's taking shots from an enemy he can't even see. They've wrapped CT, and now they make these 2 players in the site a little uncomfortable, a little claustrophobic. But Shox and ZywOo are just manhandling complexity. They've put it into the 2v1. Config, the dink onto Shox, but the follow-up is in. And Vitality, they find that conversion.
And who swings that? What guy? Shox. He gets dinked through the wall and then goes wide. What a madman. That could have been the clutch for Config, but no, Vitality just taking every fight they can after they go down 3 on 5. Just brutal scenes. Double digits locked on in for the French. And Cole just waiting in the wings, waiting for that money to build up. Now they've got to eco one more. Configs drop lower, but only a USP. They're going to crunch middle together with the flash coming in from the A site. It's a good flash, and they do find shocks after one, but now A just gets erupted upon by Vitality, who hold down their W keys, mashing them as they chase down these eco kills. And no one can survive the tirade of T's. It's 11 for Vitality.
My, oh my, man. Vitality are just delivering so much. And the great thing is it hasn't just been, you know, the ZywOo show. It hasn't just been, like, shocks dropping 30 every games. We've had, like, strong performances from different individuals on every single map so far. And it is just feeling like pound for pound, they are looking better than Complexity are right now. We need to see more. We really do. Cannot stress this enough. Config as well, someone who looked unstoppable back on Vertigo. If we could even get, you know, 80% of that, then this Complexity lineup maybe can still salvage something. Down here through lower, ZywOo is on the approach, and he's got Shocks and Masuta with him. ZywOo to open. Poison taken out of the round. That's a free AWP if ZywOo wants it, but he's on the AK. He's feeling fine with it. JKS holding. Oh, good for one, but ZywOo with the immediate trade. No kill going unpunished at this point in time. Complexity having to fight tooth and nail just to even take an engagement, let alone win it. And for Blame Rush and Config, they've got this AWP, they're 3v4. Might this just have to be a save that you never want to have to call, you never want to have to commit to? But if you don't, and you go for this and you lose everyone, you're up against 12 staring down the barrel of an eco.
Yeah, with nothing being offered up, that's the call made for Cole, just hiding out in the spawn. Now, there shouldn't be any exits available for Vitality, but Apex is coming in from spawn, and Rush does kill ZywOo. Huge frag there. Config is trapped. Is there cover? Rush throwing a smoke for him, but he's already right through it. Apex, nothing to lose, everything to gain. He's got the money to play it, and Config at least holding on with his AWP. Those are massive X's for Cole, considering the climate of this matchup, but it might all be in vain if Vitality continue to build rounds.
Yeah, they're just 4 rounds away from putting the nail in Complexity's coffin right here. And believe it or not, we're joined in our fan cams by Francesca Ward. Hello, Frankie. We see you. Vitality, 4 away from going to the grand finals versus Na'Vi.
And I mean, that's a sick grand final, isn't it? ZywOo versus Simple. Oh, what's not to love? Apex. He's not waiting around, man. Like, look, Complexity weren't even ready. Poison's peeking ramp. Like, well, you know, I'll just see if anyone... Oh, I got killed from Tetris. Joy, oh joy. Complexity, a man down. Having to get back into this A site, and the round's just started. ZywOo's like, nah, mate, get the hell out of here. And Masuta's even chiming in with kills. Config gone after 1. And Rush with it all against him. That nade might find ZywOo, and it will. And there is the follow-up for Rush. So can he get any more? Over in mid, there's 2 players, Masuta and Shocks, to try and play this post-plant. Rush caught getting into the site. And that smoke's missed its mark a bit. Masuta there to put him down. A Vitality onto 13.
And if he got on the bomb from the other side, from the CT side of triple, that might have been his. Like, sure, Vitality can spray, but Shocks is late, Masuta's low. Rush has a nade. There are a lot of options there, but he goes around the wide side and gets tagged up so low. Nice try regardless, gets 2 in the retake, but it is not a 1 round, and it's Vitality just flexing their muscles right now. Playing out of spawn as fast as they physically can. Apex is already deep in A before Poison's picked up the AWP. Let alone look down the scope. Quick pause for Cole. Can they solve anything this late in the game? Yet to field a CT-sided round. 5 on 3 on the 4 spy that could have broke the economy back in their favor, and still that was won by Vitality. Is there anything they can't do? Ecoing this one is hard as well, right? You have a lot of loss bonus, but
Just not enough.
Yeah, a couple of players would have been lacking, like Config, for example, but still, I mean, it would have been a decent rifle round. However, they want everything, and ZywOo is taking it right from them. Flash into lower, RPK running through. They're not blinded, they did dodge it, good stuff, but Masuta's there for the double trade after RPK falls, and it all turns out fine for Vitality, as often is the case.
Well, Config, the sole defender of both bomb sites, 1-on-3, down to 49. And with a deagle in hand, he just peers his eyes over here towards the safe side. He gets smoked off, and that's going to open up the doorway. Grabs an AK from middle. He's going to need that. Molotov as well. Immediately dumps it onto the site, jumps up into the window, makes his way into jungle. Finds one out in the open. Shocks taken out. 1-on-2. It's going to take some supreme positioning here from Config. Get a Molotov off. They stop Config dead in his tracks trying to come through connector.
Yeah, the utility is so annoying, right? Config, this didn't feel doable. Like, this was 1v4 when this round began. He's got it down close, but with ZywOo and Masuta still to beat, he's looking the wrong way. Flash out through Palace, and there's the peak. Vitality, they lock him out of the clutch, and they put 14 up. And man, this game's gotten kind of weird. Like, it just feels like the divide between these two teams has started to look so apparent in the later stages, right? Vitality, they're not even really calling anything anymore. They're just like running out of spawn and winning every single fight. They're going towards A. They're not even really throwing utility for a lot of these pushes. Like, they're just beating you in the straight-up gunfight. And that's horrible to play against, you know? Like, you're sat there anticipating them to, like, bleed the time out, throw all their utility. Now they're just running in and headshotting you, and then it's like, oh, well, cool. Is this round going to be more of the same? Bit of mid-utility to get Masuta in. Config spotting RPK up in the apartments. And this time it is a return to a bit of a slower round here from Vitality. Knowing how close this game is, that this is the last fall-by complexity you're going to have if they don't find this round. And so there's a lot hinging on it. For Vitality, this can be their way to just close the series 2-0 without really much of a challenge if they get this one in the bag. And it's looking good for it. Masuta giving over this 4-on-4. And even though he's up short, even though the bomb was with him, this is all ending up back in an A play. ZywOo up through Con, gets the better of Poison. JKS alone at ramp, traded after one, just immediately put in the dirt. It's Rush and Config left to retake this site. Now, both of these players have delivered us almost clutches. Maybe together, maybe up against 14, they can deliver something. Either that or it's a save that really is like the most horrible decision to have to make.
Yeah, that's a nightmare call, but unfortunately, again, it's just the right one for Cole. Without kills offering up, just wanting anything, any weapon to field in the follow-up round against 15, against tournament point for them. This is elimination in the semifinals, and Vitality taking on Natus Vincere. One round away, a flawless T-side, nothing stopping them. And like you said, just very loose rounds now from Vitality. It's beautiful stuff, just letting off the leash. ZywOo running around with the AWP. Apex just charging out off spawn. You honestly love to see it. AWP bought for the best mid spawn as well, coming through and back to their usual tricks. We do have a couple of guns saved for Cole. And the loss bonus. That's really everything. That's all they've got, and they've got to make it work now with 8 straight in a row to open up OT.
Well, ZywOo right up catwalk.
Bye-bye.
Takes down Poison, tried to get cheeky, but Blame with the trade. It's not going to last very long. Apex is on the scene. 4-on-3.
This is looking to be a statement piece from Vitality. They win that first map, now they go into the second, the map picker complexity, and Vitality are about to have a flawless second half. Like, just let that sink in. Cole haven't had a single round yet on this CT side, and that might be how their run here in Beijing is remembered. 3-on-3, but JKS is low. Rush from connector. He's got to do... Oh, he missed it. He missed the timing. How on earth has that just happened? Apex now in through Con, and they don't know about him. They don't know that he's here. They think that Rush has been watching it because he's checking it on timings. JKS has aggressed through Palace, but this just gives up the A-bomb site to Vitality.
Oh, look at Zywoo.
Zywoo's even hunting. He's like, well, this doesn't feel right.
He smells the blood in the water. Apex about to have a gifted kill. Config offers his backup.
Zywoo just knows he's one step ahead. Rush does get one in con, eventually finishing the job. JKS is doubling back. Vitality read the Palace flank. They know JKS has done this, but he's not going on the back ramp. He's going back through his original route. Rush coming in on middle, and this is the 2v2 for the tournament for Cole. Otherwise, it's Vitality to the finals.
JKS, there he is, already taken out. Rush, last guy left alive, sees the double ramp hold, and RPK. Oh, of course it's RPK, the tank to get Vitality across the line. They 2-0 complexity, and to the end of Mirage, it really does start to look all too easy for Vitality. That means that we get to see the likes of Zywoo take it on Simple in that grand final. Vitality versus Na'Vi. It's going to be one that you do not want to miss.